Hi, my name is William, and I'm one of the founders of Sweep. Sweep is an AI-powered junior developer. Today I'm going to show you some tricks to get the best out of Sweep. So first thing I wanted to show was that you can actually mention file names in Sweep. You can either mention the full path or parts of the path, as long as you mention something like vectordb.py or github utils.py. This will help Sweep retrieve the exact files you mentioned. So as you can see, retrieve vectordb.py and github utils.py. Even though the full path is longer, because I know this is the only file, I know Sweep will be guaranteed to retrieve this file. In addition, I wanted to tell you more about how to give Sweep feedback. So right now, there are a couple ways to give Sweep feedback. If you want Sweep to rewrite the entire issue, you can type something like Sweep, retry with this new logic, and actually add the logic that you want Sweep to. In addition, you can also go to the PR and ask Sweep to modify the PR. In this case, Sweep will make a medium-sized change. Finally, for small changes, you can comment on a single file, like this. For example, here I can ask Sweep to don't use a constant, and I can add a single comment, and that will directly comment on it. If you use the Review Changes button, make sure to commit review. Otherwise, the comments will not go through. In addition, we have some new features which we just released on Sweep. So in this case, we recently released the description, which allows you to specify more details about Sweep. For example, I can tell Sweep that this repository is a Python 3.10 project, and that the main API endpoints are in this folder. I can also tell it to write code that adheres to PEP8. You can use this for stuff like testing or style changes. Finally, you're able to add docs. So in this case, we use Modal, GitHub, and DeepLake. Whenever the word Modal is mentioned, Sweep will search through the API reference of Modal. And similarly for GitHub, we'll search through the docs of PyGitHub. And for DeepLake, we'll search through the DeepLake docs. This lets you use documentation that is not in the GPT-4 training data, and helps Sweep a lot with these new packages. Finally, I wanted to cover some details on how to write Sweep issues. The first start is that you should use an imperative tone when we write comments. So instead of saying, this line of code needs to be optimized, say, optimize this line of code. In addition, you should be specific and mention exactly where you'd like the change to be made. So for write tests, you should say, write tests for this file. A good general pattern is to tell Sweep where to look, what to do, and any additional context. Again, Sweep is unlikely a complete complex issue on the first try, so try to limit the changes to less than 300 lines of code and less than 5 files.